Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before. And try to find me.
What?
Understood.
Reenact his pursuit with the lamp. So you want me to try and find you, but I can see you right here.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again.
Hello guys, and welcome back to some more Sherlock Holmes crimes and punishments. Let's investigate the victims, see what they have on them, I suppose.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Yeah, we got that information from the other guy.
The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Penetrated? Ooh. Anything in his hand?
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vercotti must have done some time there. Brian Vercotti and Leighton Chapman both have identical Westgate Prison tattoos. They were most likely acquainted.
Interesting. Was he smiling?
Brian Vercotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
That's, yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's a nasty wound you got there.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
What am I seeing? Plates. Okay. Stuck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
What? That,
This shard of wood is quite new.
I mean, I guess anything can become useful if you look hard enough. A key.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Okay, then.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
But maybe I can take the pole and I can, you know, investigate to see if that's the piece of wood I found.
Mr. Holmes, did you see my brother at Scotland?
Yeah, he's just very beat up.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Varro reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
You look concerned, nervous maybe. I think he might be guilty. Middle class, what? Crimean War veteran. Okay. Missing button. Whole life. You don't live that well. Oh, you're kind of weak and limping. Didn't hear. Okay. Testimony then.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
But the constable didn't hear
continue.
gunshots because of the fireworks.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Okay, I think he did it. Because he is a war veteran, which means he knows how to handle a gun. And I'm more interested in the 2 shots, actually.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow.
Different?
It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment.
Okay, maybe he didn't do it, because then he wouldn't come up with something as weird as that, I suppose. Anyone else?
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
What about after the escape, then?
Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with the gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Okay, then we investigate the lady here.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
I can't investigate your face or anything? That's weird, that's different. What about your testimony then?
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He
That's
had
the woman
no
who
time
screamed.
to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Okay, that's very interesting. So, the fireworks were the flashes, but the guy didn't seem to think that was the case.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Okay, what about anyone else then?
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Well. Wait, what is this? What am I looking for here?
This mirror is turned towards Half Moon Street.
Oh, the flash you saw. Okay, it was a mirror reflection.
Locked.
But what if the key I have unlocks
Locked.
one of these? Could she have done it? Could she actually have done it?
Locked.
I must have... Whoops, I must have a key for something.
Locked.
Okay, all of this is locked. Locked, even more locked. Anything over here? No, that also want. Let me get over there. Okay. Let's go ahead and connect the dots first. Oh, that's already a lot. So, 2 victims, different shots. Lootless? What? His revolver. Oh, great. Okay. The typical crash happened. So, I will be right back. Alright, we're back again. Okay, I have to investigate this again. But that was the only thing I found, so that's fine. So before it was 2 victims, revolver. Okay, and then we confirmed that it was a double murder. They were both murdered. Okay, do we have any other... I think I have clues that also mix together here. So, different shots, common statement, no. 2 victims, different shots, the revolver. Turner could have heard the contrast between 2 fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points. I don't know about this, but I'll say 3 shots for now. Fine, I guess we can go with firing position. Sure, that works too. If you really want to go with that one. Just to not contrast anything right now. Common statement. His statement, Turner's point of view. Common statements. Imaginary man. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements is a figment of his own imagination created to vindicate himself. What? I don't think so. Turner's view, dark window. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is a conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. That is true. Alright, Constable, I would like to speak with you. Also Turner as well, as a matter of fact. Select gunman? Oh.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the staff here. Or the pole. I need to see if there's another bullet
This
hole.
should be useful.
If there's another bullet hole up here.
Nothing interesting here.
Okay, so there is no bullet hole that we can see up there. What if that was the gunman? Okay, bullet
This is
impact.
most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Okay, third shot, his revolver. Third shot, 2 victims. Common statement. Okay, so simultaneous shots. Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies that the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit. For now. Third shot and latent statements. Okay, so Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the attack of the man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the innocence or the presence of a second gun that is now missing. A second man that is now missing. Excuse me,
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
what?
Understood.
Reenact his pursuit with the lamp? So you want me to try and find you, but I can see you right
I
here.
can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable, let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Okay. Wait a second. Sherlock.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable, let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
What about above me? I'm guessing you could hide above me if you really wanted to. Nothing I see here. Wait, where is he? What? I don't actually know where he is now. On the rooftops? Like how I'm playing as a constable. Kind of funny to me. Holmes, I have no idea where you are. Like, I thought vertically, right? But I don't see anyone vertically. Oh,
Mr. Holmes,
There you
it
are.
wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
so there was no one actually down here. Corners in sight, lootless. No, 2 victims. His statements. So, up the walls. If we can assume that there was no more than one person at the time of the crime, then there's no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action, recreate the fireworks described by Layton, and attempt to climb the wall. Okay. Alright, Holmes. We'll do that later, I suppose. First, I would like to get into the apartment just to see. This one seems a little bit more thought about than the other ones. There's a contradiction going on, my friend.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Well, there's a contradiction going on here.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Okay. I still think
Mr. Turner
he
appears to live very modestly.
I still think he is the one who did it, because he could lower something from the window and then drag it up.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
That is certainly a kitchen knife. Kitchen table. Sweepings. Shredded paper.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
But for what purpose, my friend? What are you trying to hide from me? Fireplace.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Fire. Ashes. Burnt paper.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
What about on the back? More stuff.
These words are illegible.
Great.
The papers were thrown
Put
into
on the
fire
carpet, sure.
just a short while ago.
So he's hiding something.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Okay, anything else around here? The shelves.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
Yeah, but it could just be him trying to keep something secret from the police. There we go. Missing piece of wood.
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Yeah, I can confirm you went out on the street for some reason. But then how did we not see you in the street? So you must have been there way before.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Okay, okay. He approached the dead body. Oh, never mind. I need to get rid of that again. Okay, so here's what I think happened. He went in here, he got up from bed, ran outside, no, ran over to the window. Then he approached the body. Oh, my bad. No, that's not what he did. Oh, yeah, he did. My bad. He did that, opened up the window. He then opened up the window, He then went over to take the broken stick. Oh no, now it's the wrong way around. That's not what I wanted to do at all. No, the first thing he did was that. Run over to the window. You must be thinking I'm crazy for doing this. Okay, then he opened up the window, then he ran over, got his stick. Oh, he placed his stick. Did he have his stick when he came out of the bedroom? I don't think he did. He needed to get the stick. Fine, we'll assume they went through the window and that he didn't take his stick. Then he went out and he checked. Then he placed the broken stick. Then he shredded the paper. And then he did that. Okay. So he went over. He was like, oh my goodness. The window. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go down and check on it. Oh no. What's happening? And then he went out and he's like, oh my goodness. I look a body. And then he was like, oh, I took something. And then ran inside again. Went over to place his thing. Went over to the table, took care of the paper. And then burned it.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
That is a very good question. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look. Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book. A bracelet with a unique ram's head design, a distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Maybe he just took advantage of this stuff, but didn't actually do it. That is a possibility. I found things you probably would like to explain about. You walked through the window then.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
You have a limp. That's not going to work.
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Please tell me the whole truth now.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Listen, I have this antique bracelet I found.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Yeah, notice I didn't say anything back to me there. Yeah, you better not. Well, we know that he is not the culprit anyway. We just know he's a douchebag. Oh well, in any case, let's see what else we can find around here. So, I'd like to do an
It would be my
experiment.
pleasure to assist. I'm always wondering what's on your...
But how do we do the reenactment? Investigate the ancient bracelet, find out how it... Okay. Find the flare gun to emulate... Solve the crime... Wait, flare gun? Where am I supposed to find a flare gun? If you want me to find a flare gun, I need more to go on than find the flare gun.
Such a young man, and already a murderer.
He's not a murderer, okay? I don't know where to find the flare gun. We'll need to talk to Leighton is acquainted with one of the victims, and then of course search archives, but I have not found a flare gun anywhere, so I don't know about that part.
It would be my... I'm all...
Okay, do you happen to have a flare gun laying around? Because that's what I'm looking for. Simply a flare gun. No, nothing around here. What about you? You look very suspicious. No, you don't. Never mind. You don't look suspicious at all. Come on, I'm just looking to find a door to open up. You don't have to put me back there. The key must open some door in this area.
Lock.
This one? Where's this antique shop or whatever they called it? Oh well, I'm gonna go to Scotland Yard, I suppose. Let's go to Baker Street. I might have to talk to him about the bracelet or something. Who knows? So we're gonna go to Baker Street, research the bracelet, and then we'll see what it involves. It could be some kind of exchange gone wrong. Nothing here to examine. Oh no, don't look through the telescope. I didn't want that. Stop that. Holmes, you're so naughty. Okay, take. Let's see how this goes. There we go. An exotic method of murder. The arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants that initially believed to be the simplest heart attack. The detective's name is Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Fear Sherlock Holmes. Poisons, wounds, a golden skulls and crossbows. Nothing here is sticking out to me. Yeah, nothing. Okay. There's not something I can deal with, not something I have anything to do with, and malaria is spread by mosquitoes. No! Also nothing here. What about art and architecture? That could be interesting. Rural economics and anything else. Why not dynamite? Exactly, why not dynamite? Botany, I don't think botany has anything to do with it. It must be art and architecture, maybe.
That.
Maybe not. This is chemistry, poison, wounds, martial arts, marks and symbols. Okay, maybe this one. No. Okay, I don't know what this could be. It is antique bracelet. Poisons, chemistry. Like straight up, none of these. I must have missed it in the newspapers, but I don't see anything around here.
That.
Treasures. Anything else around here? Study in Scarlet? No, that's a bracelet. By the way, that's why I clicked. Nothing here. Royal.
That-
No. Infantry defeated. No, nothing I'm seeing at all that represents anything. It must be over here, but I don't know what it's called.
That is... That...
I'm just gonna do this.
That is...
I might come up with it.
That is not... That is...
I truly don't know. There's nothing here either. There must be over here somewhere. There's gonna be a lot of this.
That is not...
I don't care, Sherlock Holmes. Okay, listen, I don't know what else to click on.
That is not...
It is in the newspaper. I'm gonna just skip. I don't know what to look for.
I need to continue my research in my archives.
What did you find? 5 rams of a part of the ancient jewel set that belonged to the Hellenistic treasures. Didn't I click on that one? Maybe I didn't. Newspapers. Let's go to 1885. These treasures stolen. The treasure was stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab. They had attempted to sell him a collection. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief named Vincent Foley. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is.
That was a long time ago.
Kenneth Butler was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
I wanted to go there to begin with, but apparently I couldn't, because it wasn't even the same spot. Okay, fair enough. Let's go to Scotland Yard and ask about his friend in prison. Hopefully then we'll have some answers that I can answer for us. And then we can move on with that. Hey, good sir, I'm here to talk to you again about the murder that happened.
Please.
Why follow him?
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Well, as you might know, you were both prisoners.
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Then what about him? What happened?
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Okay. So we have confirmation that the guy knew the guy. Latent statements, lootless? No. Old acquaintance. What? 2 victims, old acquaintance. Huh? Lootless? That one, okay. The violent crime committed in Half Moon Street by Leighton Chapman could have had a personal motive. Probably. Although I don't know how much I believe in that being the case, though. His statements, 2 victims. His statement, third shop in his statements. No, nothing. Okay, lost art, 2 victims. Yeah, 2 victims. I don't know why that didn't click for me. Kenneth Butler and Brian both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of the guns is now missing. Double murder. Kenneth Butler and Brian were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. I think it was one person who did it. I don't think it was 2. Oh, apparently it was more. But I assume that wasn't the case, though. And it crashed. Okay, well, that is also going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Hope to see you in the next one. And as always, stay awesome.